Match of the Year,
Wrestler of the Year.
Welcome to 2022 Women's Wrestling Fan Awards! Welcome if you're entering the Belle, this is DS.
And the Sriracha Muchacha, Paloma Star.
I'm not Corey Graves, but I look like him. My name's Joey Mayberry.
Yes, and we are all dressed up.
So cute.
This year really flew by, but so many things happened. Remember all the way from Sasha Banks' Sailor Moon Royal Rumble moment?
Lita came back and had a match.
And then to the War Games.
Oh,
it was like a whole hectic year. So this is a really great way to recap it, but also it's your chance to cast your vote on who deserves the Wrestler of the Year, Match of the Year, Feud of the Year, Fashionista of the Year. We are here for it.
Exactly. And don't get mad at us for the results because y'all are the ones voting. We're just presenting.
So this year we again partner up with Diva Dirt, and for this episode we're going to present the nominees. Also this year I know that Ring the Bell fans and Diva Dirt readers are very, a lot of them are WWE fans. So this year we wanted to make sure that each category represent the diversity of everything's happening in women's wrestling based on, of course, what you nominated.
So you will see a little bit of everything, some AEW, Stardom in there, some
Impact Wrestling.
Exactly, on all the nominees.
Starting with the first category, Feud of the Year, we've got Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch, Jordan Grace versus Masha Slamovich, Roxanne Perez versus Cora Jade, Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker, Becky Lynch versus Lita, and Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair.
I feel like I'm going to say there's so many good ones in like every category, and this is like the first category.
I am actually really proud of Roxanne and Cora for being here because they're really, WWE is really raising them to be the next generation of Bayley and Sasha, Lita and Trish, and it's really awesome.
Speaking of Lita, that's what I'm voting for.
Becky Lynch being here twice also says something about her.
For sure.
And all of her feuds were so good. Like every single one of them this year made sense. It was concise.
And of course, Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker.
The bloodiness of that match was awesome.
And then, of course, the feud leading into real life.
The fallout of that feud was so much more like delicious to me than the actual feud.
Category is Best Gimmick. Wendy Chu, Tiffany Stratton, Toxic Attraction, Becky Lynch, and Deonna Purrazzo.
Ooh. Some people can talk their shit about NXT 2.0, but at the end of the day, there were so many great gimmicks that came out of it, and then a lot of women got to really shine through NXT 2.0. And of course, my favorite gimmick of all has been Wendy Chu. She's been awesome.
I actually miss the super character-based wrestling, of course, as I'm a big fan, obviously, of very character work and character-driven matches. But I just think it can bring so much more to any storyline, any match that you could incorporate your character. Just raises the bar more, and it's awesome to see so many women on here that have a very defined character, especially for Deonna, who was literally told, what is this gimmick? No, this is not going to work. And is now out there killing it and working that gimmick that is actually kind of hard to really produce, but she has done a great job to really tell people who she is as a character.
I love seeing all the character work because it just does so much more for the product, because you can put any two people into the ring. They don't need a storyline because we already know who those people are.
Although I don't know what Toxic Attraction's gimmick is.
Being hot.
I'm kind of surprised that they're here, but anyway.
The shade.
Ho ho ho! It's holiday season, and if you're looking for a perfect holiday gift for your loved ones or just for yourself, check out Dossier. You know how much Ring the Bell loves Dossier fragrance, and I literally use them every day. So what is Dossier? Dossier is a premium quality perfume accessible to everyone. The price markup for fragrance market due to celebrity endorsement and pricey packaging is freaking wild. With Dossier, you can enjoy clean, ethically sourced, long-lasting high-end perfume without breaking your bank. For instance, my favorite Spicy Vetiver is only 1/3 the price of Hermes fragrance it's inspired by. And they also have tons of candles inspired by popular fragrances too. Right now, Dossier is running major holiday sales up to 40% off, and on top of it, you can use our special code for 5% that you can stack on top of the holiday sale. And they also have a new payment method that lets you earn store credit. Select Catch at the last step of checkout and you will earn $10 bonus credit. So go get your Dossier for yourself and everyone around you so that you can all smell amazing.
Next category is Best Finisher. Nominees are Bianca Belair with the KOD,
Toni Storm Storm Zero,
Kaden Carter and Katana Chance with the Neckbreaker 450 Splash combo,
Zoe Stark's Z360,
and Athena with the O-Phase.
Ooh.
I don't remember what Zoe Stark's finisher is.
Instead of like flippy-doo into the knee.
Oh.
I had a vendetta against Zoe Stark since that whole sushi segment, but I gotta say, her finisher is cool. It is cool.
I that you have a vendetta against her.
I do!
I will never not be impressed with Athena's finisher. Like, every single time I see it, it's awesome. It's cool that you could literally hit it on anybody, which I think is a really important thing of your finish. And it looks really devastating. And, like, even if you take it shitty, it still looks good, because I think it's kind of hard to, like, time it and take it. But I think some of the moves really depend on how the person takes it.
And then the finisher that also kind of matches that theatrics, I'll have to say, is Kaden and Katana. Their double finisher. It's absolutely amazing. But also KOD, how she was able to make it different all the time.
Yeah.
We saw her hit it on Dewdrop, which standing ovation from everyone.
Yes, for sure.
My vote goes to Kaden and Katana. That move is just so much fun. It's so crisp, and every time it hits, I'm like, ugh!
Next category is Best Promo. Asuka and Io Sky Japanese promo on Raw. Becky Lynch turns face after SummerSlam on Raw. Mickie James announces last rodeo on Impact Wrestling. Saraya and Britt Baker, as Saraya is cleared to compete in the ring. And Becky Lynch and Lita contract signing for Elimination Chamber match.
This is a huge moment for me because for the first time in history, I wouldn't pick Lita in this scenario. It's Asuka and Io. That was the best promo.
Baga! This is really tough category because, of course, Saraya kind of having that emotional moment, saying that she is finally clear to wrestle, but also Mickie James announcing her retirement, or retirement tour, I'll say. That was such a special moment because it's tough to finally say goodbye when she can actually still go as good as anyone else.
I keep watching the Mickie James thing in the last rodeo, but it keeps ringing in my ears. I'm like, it's never say never in wrestling.
Next category is Best Return / Surprise. Saraya returning to the ring after 5 years in AEW. Damage Control debut at SummerSlam. Emma returning to WWE after 5 years. Mickie James in Royal Rumble as Knockouts champion. And Melina returning to the Royal Rumble.
This is a tough category.
I didn't realize this year was full of returns and surprises. It really was. I would pick Mickie James in the Royal Rumble because who would have ever thought that? Wow, to see that nameplate come on and be announced as the Knockouts champion was so amazing and something I would never, ever, ever would think that would happen.
But also Saraya coming back to AEW of all places. Like, I for sure thought if she's coming back, it would be WWE. But for her to go to AEW, revitalizing the division there, I think that's been kind of really success story for her.
I know Damage Control is its own category, but Dakota Kai specifically out of that. Oh, that one got me.
That was the start of the This is Triple H regime. We are bringing everyone and their mamas back.
Starting with Dakota Kai.
Next category is Best Tag Team / Stable. Nominees are Toxic Attraction, Caden Carter and Katana Chance, VXT of Deonna Purrazzo and Chelsea Green, Damage Control, and Sasha Banks and Naomi.
This is a tough category.
That is.
This is rough.
Sasha and Naomi has been just talking point. People are still talking about them.
But my favorite thing about Sasha Banks and Naomi this year has been everyone being like, they're going to return now, and then when they don't, getting insanely mad.
Toxic Attraction, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for sure.
Yeah, they've been so strong.
It's like Extreme Expose if they could wrestle. Oh man, I'm gonna get
That is so random.
It's just that's what it reminds me of because Raw's super hot. Their gimmick is being hot. I mean, not that they couldn't wrestle. They didn't give a chance to wrestle. They didn't give them a chance to really do it. Jeez, people. It's not like I hate Kelly or anything.
I know, that's why I was surprised. And of course, VXT, Deonna, and Chelsea, what a strong team. I'm kind of sad that didn't last because Chelsea had to go home. So next category is Best Face and Best Heel. So for the face, we've got Bianca Belair, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, Willow Nightingale, and Mickie James. And for the heels, we got Bayley, Britt Baker, Mandy Rose, Rhea Ripley, and Becky Lynch. Willow Nightingale.
Tell me a more pure baby face than Willow. Like, come on.
The smile, the hair, the energy. I mean, Liv Morgan honestly shot to where she was with the championship because so many people were behind her.
Roxanne Perez, I gotta say, she's been killing it so fast. It's very rare recently, that pure baby face.
Yes.
And then the heel side, I mean, Britt Baker, obviously. She might not be the champion, but it doesn't change that she's a top bitch of AEW. But also Rhea Ripley, the way she's been like so annoying. She's been so annoying, but I love it.
She's been annoying, but in like a good way where you don't get tired of it. it.
Yeah.
Next category is Best Ring Gear.
So for this one, again, we are doing specific gears.
Jade Cargill as She-Hulk at All Out, Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 38, Carmella at Money in the Bank, Liv Morgan at Clash at the Castle, and Sasha Banks as Sailor Moon at Royal Rumble.
This one's so hard.
This is tough.
It is. I feel like anybody who makes their own gear should be always awarded best gear, so always Bianca Belair, hands down. But also, man, Sasha being Sailor Moon was so cute, and I want to be Sailor Moon, and we should totally do a review. Dress as Sailor Scouts.
I love Sailor Moon. It was never like my cup of tea. Like I didn't watch it religiously, but I did read a crap ton of comic books. So She-Hulk with Jade Cargill, I was all for it. Next category is WTF Moment of the Year, and the nominees are Naomi and Sasha Banks walk out of WWE. Cora Jade betrays Roxanne Perez days after winning the NXT Women's Tag Team titles. Melina's quick Royal Rumble elimination, and Damage Control's SummerSlam debut.
I don't know how Damage Control got in there.
I think that's more of like a surprise. Like, what the
Because everything else in that, while you were reading, I could tell my blood pressure was going up. Like, it was rough. Each and every single one of them, it was rough. Corey Graves, like, saying that Sasha and Naomi unprofessionally walked away, and the whole, like, as more and more truth came out about what actually happened that day, it was just so, like, it was disgusting.
Yeah.
But all the way from there to, like, Sasha and Naomi's voodoo working to dethrone Vince McMahon was really freaking awesome. But also, Melina being there.
Oh my god.
Good lord, you couldn't have given them just a little bit more time instead of Sasha, like, literally waiting in the ring for the next person to come out. Like, it's Melina.
Come on. And this is the first time we saw her in years and years in a ring, in a WWE ring. So I really wish that was a little bit longer for sure. But hopefully that just means she'll get another opportunity in Royal Rumble 2023.
What was the third one?
Cora Jade betraying Roxanne Perez.
Oh, and, like, trashing the title.
Yeah. And breaking her little skateboard on her.
You mean breaking the skateboard in the air before it?
Yes.
Okay, most untapped potential. We've got Shotzi, Tiffany Stratton, Doudrop, Dana Brooke, Athena, and Giselle Shaw.
I wonder who I like in this category.
I think Dana Brooke is like statue in this category. She's gonna be in this category every single year.
Dana Brooke literally lost everything. Like, remember how happy she was with the freaking 24/7 belt?
That was like in the trash.
Tiffany Stratton, one of the highlights of NXT 2.0 for me.
Agreed.
Is she injured right now?
She is.
Okay.
Doudrop.
I
Let's
think
talk about Doudrop.
That's my vote.
Just hear the sound. Doudrop.
Do that one more time. That made
Doudrop. She
The way
better,
her face goes and everything just completely changes.
she better win with just that name first. Giselle Shaw, I think she finally had an amazing match with Jordan. I'm
so good.
I'm hopeful for her.
Next category is Best Theme. Carmella, she's bad. Sasha Banks, Sky's the Limit. Mickey James, Hardcore Country. Rhea Ripley, This is my brutality.
It's a remix.
Oh.
It's a remix.
Oh, sorry. I got it.
This is
my brutality.
remix.
Is that the new version?
I don't
It's
know.
a new version now.
I love that we like human remixed it.
Yeah. Which, by the way, Rhea Ripley's entrance music is called Demon in Your Dreams. Bianca Belair, Watch Me Shine. Toxic Attraction. Toxic.
Sky's Limits is always in this category.
Every single time.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's a great theme song.
It really is.
I love hardcore country.
I will never not like it.
Hardcore country.
There's a video of me and Mickey and everyone singing it together, and I was the only one that didn't know the lyrics. And Mickey called me out on it.
Hardcore country! Hey, can't you see? I'm a rockin' southern girl running wild and free. Hey, y'all, welcome to the door. High class style country to the core.
I'm kind of surprised Vicky Guerrero's theme song's not in it.
Honestly, yeah.
AEW has some great theme songs. I love Tony Storm one.
I like how other theme songs kind of sound familiar to like a regular song, but it's not really it. So I always feel like they go around the copyright and it's like, oh wait, no, that's not that song. It just sounds like it.
I'm surprised Soraya's not on this list, honestly.
I like it too, but it's also like not fair. You're married to Ronnie, that's his band.
You know what's sad about this theme music category, though? I didn't get a stand 'em, shut 'em, and fight me. Renee.
I don't know which one that
It's Alexa Bliss.
Oh!
Is that the husband that sang it?
I don't think Ryan Cabrera.
Oh, really?
Next category is Best Non-Wrestler, and nominees are Scarlett, Rebel. Wait, this is Rebel. I thought it was Reba. B-Fab, Maxine Dupree, Renee Paquette, and Kayla Braxton.
First of all, I'm really glad that the era of ballet is back on
Yes.
SmackDown, especially.
Agreed. I love me a good valet, good manager. I think it's definitely a lost art, so I'm glad it's coming back for sure. I mean, I have a few favorites. Scarlett is always a favorite. Even though she wrestles, it'll be kind of cool to have her at least take a bump here and there.
But also just Renee Paquette.
She came into AEW and she elevates AEW a lot. The next category is a breakout star of the year. We've got Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, Jamie Hayter, Tiffany Stratton, and Masha Slamovich.
I just love Masha's name.
Y'all, do we need to vote on this category?
What do you mean?
I feel like this was the year of Jamie Hayter. Like, come on.
One of the most organic rides
Yeah.
to the top. Like, it was just beautiful. We were so happy when she won the title.
Yeah.
And even Thunder Rosa agreed. So she relinquished her title so that Jamie Hayter can have a moment.
I don't think Liv Morgan should be on this list because I think she should have been a breakout star forever ago, or she should have been a star already.
I don't think necessarily winning the title means that you broke out.
Yeah.
Because Liv was already a star. Like,
I
those
agree.
crowds were just erupting for her. Social media is erupting for
Yeah.
her long before she got that belt.
Next category is Stipulation Match of the Year. Bianca Belair versus Bayley. Last Woman Standing Crown Jewel. Tiffany Stratton versus Wendy Chu. Lights Out match, NXT. Tasha Steelz versus Jordan Grace versus Mia Yim versus Chelsea Green versus Deonna Purrazzo. Queen of the Mountain at Slammiversary. Jordan Grace versus Masha Slamovich. Last knockout standing at Overdrive. Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa. Steel Cage. St. Patrick's Day Slam.
I was very surprised how much I loved Wendy Chu versus Tiffany Stratton.
I knew you were going to say
Very
that.
that. Like, it was one of those matches where you're like watching it and you're like, this doesn't have any right to be this good.
Yeah, they brought out things and I'm like, oh, that's different, that's creative. So it's always cool to see something different bringing to the gimmick matches because, I mean, honestly, everything in wrestling has already been done. So I definitely give it up to them for being creative and doing something different. I do have to give it up to Impact because it looks like they have a lot of different women gimmick matches too.
Yeah.
And they always make sense. It's always in storyline. It's not like gimmick matches for the sake of a stipulation match.
The Queen of Mountains matches, like the stipulations, the rules are so complicated. And I was like, what? Who needs it? Wrestling, just make it simple. But they made this match flow so well.
Yeah.
But also they made that stipulation work for the story that they're telling in the match,
Very
which
true.
was amazing.
And then also we're talking about Impact. Jordan and Masha,
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
those two beat the holy hell out
They
of each
really
other.
did.
Bianca versus Bayley, last woman standing in Crown Jewel. It was
It was like fun for me.
It was so unhinged.
Yeah, definitely chaotic.
It was fun. It was a funny match.
Yeah, it was very funny.
Next category is Promotion/Brand of the Year, and the nominees are Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Stardom, AEW, or Impact Wrestling. I'm curious, what would y'all pick?
I really like NXT 2.0.
I'm kind of in that boat with you.
I really liked NXT too, both renditions of it, because they always did a really good job of focusing on multiple women. And I feel like sometimes in the other brands, it could be like only just one women storyline and that's it.
Right.
But NXT did a really good job of doing that. Honorary mention to Impact.
Next category is Match of the Year.
Nominees are Charlotte Flair versus Naomi, SmackDown Women's Championship at SmackDown.
Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania 38.
Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter, AEW Women's Championship at Full Gear.
Jordan Grace versus Masha Slamovich, the Impact Knockouts World Championship at Bound for Glory.
Mickie James versus Deonna Purrazzo, Texas Deathmatch, Impact Knockouts World Championship at Hard to Kill.
We had so many great matches this year.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them that aren't on that list that I'm
Oh,
very
for
surprised
sure.
about.
I love the Naomi versus Charlotte got on this list because that match was really like it was very good. I think I was kind of like, wait, this is Naomi's moment. It was so good. It was the main event of that episode. It was an awesome match.
It was a main event, but that was pay-per-view quality.
It really was.
Yeah, of course Bianca and Becky that wrestled. The way that Bianca like tops herself every WrestleMania.
You raise the bar for yourself and you keep on reaching that bar and exceeding it each time. It's very impressed. I actually think in a year from now, we're going to look back at the Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter match and be like, this was the turning point for AEW's women's division.
And Mickie James versus Deonna Purrazzo, like, I was shocked watching this match because she was like tumbling on thumbtacks.
Yeah.
I did not expect Mickey to do a tag
Right.
spot.
No.
Just did not.
Right, I just never expected a legend like Mickie James to have
Because
to.
she doesn't have to.
She doesn't have to,
She
but-
doesn't have to at all. And she not only hit it, but she hit that hard. Because I've been in matches where other women take attacks, and you could tell they're like, oh, bracing for it's coming. No, she attacked the mat like it was her. She just started learning bumping, and she's like, oh, attack the mat. But there was tacks in it, so it was definitely awesome to see. Like, she didn't have to do that at all, and she still did it.
There are all these conversations all the time about, like, older generation cannot keep up with the newer generation. Mickie James said, that.
Mickie James is the generation of all generations.
Yeah,
she could
she's
keep up at any.
killing it. Let's go to the last category. The biggest one. Wrestler of the Year 2022.
Nominees are Bianca Belair,
Stardom's Shuri,
Mandy Rose
Becky Lynch.
Mickie James.
and Jordan Grace.
You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. But I'm very, very glad that Mandy Rose is on this this nomination because she was outside of top 20 for PWI and people were mad.
Because,
Especially when she's been a champion for so long.
yeah, she literally did get robbed. I agree 100%. People should be mad. Mandy Rose, she's been champion for 400 days. Like, she's pretty much pioneered the transition from over to 2.0, through 2.0, now back to regular NXT. It's been all Mandy.
Mandy Rose, I think the way she really evolved through the year from, like, at first we're kind of like, I get it, she's a champion, it's nice, whatever. But then later in the year, as more and more she's been champion, like, the matches have been really, really interesting. She's growing so quickly. I really love that about Mandy Rose's reign.
For me, it's Bianca Belair. Like, she could do no wrong. I mean, she could literally win every list in any category that she is. And I almost want to be like, okay, Bianca, we get it. You're amazing. But you can't deny her. Like, you can't deny her talent, her star power, how she still manages to deliver every single time. So I think you can't deny Bianca Belair.
Her gear's on point, her promo's on point, she looks amazing, the match is amazing, so it's like, okay, I get it. Jordan Grace, Impact, Jordan Grace, Mickie James, they've been killing it. Jordan Grace, I think she really rose to top.
Oh, for sure. Everybody in this list has been having amazing matches in this year alone. But Jordan Grace has been like stepped it up. Like this year, she's like, you know what? I am going for it. And she did. She really did deliver some really epic matches, really epic moments. And I think that's to say with everybody on this list too. Shuri from Stardom. I mean, every single Stardom clip involves her. And I'm like, what is going on here? Like,
for Shuri, you can hear a little bit more about it with the video I did with the PWI editor-in-chief. But basically, Shuri is, first of all, amazing wrestler, but she, with her influence, brought Stardom into the next level where they're the second most profitable company in Japan, which is huge. That is all the nominations for this year's 2022 Women's Wrestling Fan Awards. I mean, I loved going through this because you kind of you remember all the amazing things that happened this year.
Totally. It's been like a fast year, but also you remember oh yeah, that happened. Oh yeah, that did it. That was really cool. And y'all better vote. I'm sure there's going to be a link below so you can vote. And so go vote for your favorites and don't get mad at us. Get mad at you.
So the voting is open right now. This is how long the voting will be open for. Get your votes in right now and we're going to announce the winners very soon.
And tell us who you vote in the comments.
Paloma Star, where can we all find you?
You can find me at Paloma Star on Instagram and Twitter.
You can find me at Joey_Mayberry on Instagram, Twitter, and Hive. You can find me at Joey.Mayberry on TikTok. Also, listen to the Golden Era podcast where me and Jake Smith talk about all the classic women's wrestling stuff you love. Stream it anywhere you get your podcast.
And you can find me at DS Shin on Instagram and Ring the Bell DS on Twitter. And we'll see you next time. Bye!
Go vote!